So in this edit, I'm going to look at how you can make your footage a bit more cinematic. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that your project properties, you have it set as a rate of 24 frames per second. Okay, so once you've done that, the next thing you want to look at is the letterbox effect. Okay, so if you type in letterbox in the effects, and then you want to drag it and put it on a clip. So what that does is it adds a border to the top and the bottom of your clip. The aspect ratio default is this one here, 1.185 to 1. What you want to do is either use 2.35 to 1 or 2.55 to 1. I normally like using 2.35 to 1. So I'm going to click that, and there you can see the aspect ratio has changed to 2.35 to 1. The next slider down is the offset, so you can slide this, and as you can see your clip moves, so it's getting offset. So this is a handy feature. What you can do is you can add tilt to your clip, or you can offset your clip. If you went this way to -0, you're clipping out the object or the person, so you wouldn't want that. So if you bring it to the other extreme, you're bringing the object more into the center of the frame. Or you can use keyframes, which can add an artificial tilt to your video or your clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, I'm going to add a keyframe, and I'm going to come to the end here, and I'm going to change this slider back up to about here. And what it's going to do is I play it back, you can see the offset here change. Look like I recorded this video with tilt. As you can see, it's tilting up. Okay, you can see it's tilting up. So if I reset that, so there's no keyframe now, and I'll play it back, there's no tilt, it's just playing back how I shot it. So that's the first thing you want to do, is add letterbox effect, and then you want to play around with the offset. Okay, I use this quite a bit, the adding keyframes and changing the offset, creating tilt where there was none in the original footage. Say you've got all your clips in your timeline, and you want a letterbox effect on all of them. It'll take a while if you were to put this onto each clip like that. A fast way to do it is click the clip that you have a letterbox effect on, and then you go up to edit, and you want to copy, or Command C. Click on the clips that you want, and then you want to go to edit and paste attributes. So what that does is it brings up all the video attributes that are copied from the clip. It has a color correction 1, color correction 2, and a letterbox effect. I don't want either of the color corrections, so I'm going to deselect those, and all I want is the letterbox. So I'm then going to go paste, and it pastes that same letterbox to all the clips. Okay, so that's a fast and easy way. Another thing you can do is you can do all the color editing in one clip. Okay, and then if you want to copy all those color corrections, then you can paste them to all your clips. So as for example, I'll take this clip here, I'll just delete this color correction. Okay, so this one has no color correction. So I'm going to copy the attributes from this clip. Okay, click on this clip, edit, paste attributes. Now paste the color corrections. So I'm going to just deselect the letterbox because I've already got that, and press paste. And as you can see now, the same color corrections from this clip have been copied over to this clip. So I like to do a little bit of color correction. This is the original, as you can see. So that's the original. What I'm going to do is I've got it selected, show color board, and I'm just going to, normally I like to reduce the exposure a little bit, not too much. Saturation, I normally up it a little bit depending on the clip. Color. In the color tab, this is where you make the footage a little bit more cinematic, or the mood that you're going for. So normally I like to add a bit of warmth to them. So you have the shadow, midtone, and highlight sliders. Moving all these independently will change either the shadows, midtones, or highlights color. So I start off with the shadows, and I'm just going to slide it down a little bit. Normally I'll bring it down and across a little bit. And then I'll go to the midtones. I'll bring it down a little bit. If you bring the midtones down like this, it adds heaps of warmth. If you slide it up, then the color temperature becomes a bit more cooler. So normally I bring it down a little bit to the warmer side. And then this one here, highlights, I also just come around and down a little bit. Okay, so kind of like the look of that. Okay, that's cool. So the color tab here, this is a personal preference. It's just what you're trying to get out of the clip. So with this clip, I want to make it a bit warmer. If I were to go a bit cooler, it would be completely different. So this is going to be on a personal preference. So I'll just play this through. I'm just going to loop this, okay? And I will turn off the color correction. I'm going to just turn it on and off, and you'll be able to see the difference, okay? So that's off, color correction on, off and on. That's the original footage right here. So original footage, and I'll add letterbox and add color correction. So as you can see, just by adding the letterbox and doing a bit of color correction, it can make it a bit more cinematic.